Land Rover Discovery.
You could.
It's a
And we are
Soccer Mom car.
live. Very good point, Mike. Thank you so much. We are live, Mr. Miller, Mr. Francois. Always a pleasure.
Always.
We are talking about appearances today. Me in my Barney shirt.
And it's
Uh,
perfect because Gabriel looks like a
As I
clown.
said, no,
Literally.
Barney.
No,
Just
no.
Barney.
A kid's favorite
Barney.
animated. Does Barney still exist?
Does he? I'm sure he does.
Well, I
Sure.
mean, he's not dead.
No, no. I mean, is it
He
still
never
a
existed,
show?
Michael.
Is it something that the kids watch still? I don't know. Anyways,
Julian says no.
so how do
So,
we dress for success is what it is really, or should we even care about how we dress? If we're in real estate or in business, generally speaking to the public, selling,
Yeah, no,
building trust,
not just how we dress, but really how do we present ourselves?
does it make a
The
difference?
whole package included, right?
What kind of car do you drive?
Sure.
So
Mm.
that's we want to hear from you because I don't know if I feel from my own experience that a lot of brokers, a lot of people I meet really think that it doesn't matter and it's no longer something, and it used to be.
Mm.
What do you guys think?
I wonder
I think
where
it gives
that
you an
come from.
edge for sure. I think that unfortunately people have preconceived thoughts about a person just by the way they look. So
Yeah.
automatically, when you walk into a room, people judge you from head to toe before you even get a chance to speak. So I think that if you're dressed appropriately, then there's a good chance that you might have a better chance of actually sparking a conversation.
But from your own experiences, though, have you been in a position where you saw the difference, or you felt the difference, or you were uh, clearly in the position where you thought, oh, okay, this like I used to wear sweatsuits, and now when I meet clients, they have a different way of looking at me, or I used to
Yeah.
drive a Civic 92 model,
Yeah.
and now I drive a Mercedes S Class, and it's different.
I noticed that the car made a difference a couple times. Like even driving up somewhere and you walk out of the car, it's, oh, nice car. What model is that? And then they start asking about the car. You look around, and then all of a sudden it starts a conversation. What do you do? This and that, and then right away you can have a potential conversation that could lead to something else.
Yeah.
They're just there to mug you. You just don't know. It's like, oh, what kind of car is this?
Have you felt
But it's,
any differences between the different cars you had as a broker and or the way you dressed? Obviously, I
Sure.
guess with the purple today, maybe the
I
dressing
do
for you
feel a
is
difference with the purple for some reason. But yes, but you know what? Even the first, even as Mike said it, not just for work, but for pretty much everything. You put out of a car, whatever, just a nice car washed, right? Because you can have the
good point.
best Mercedes, but it's all covered in you know what. It's gonna make a difference. Not only that, so it's $10 difference, right? And makes a big difference on if you're gonna sign a contract for 10, 20 grand. That's already a big, right? $10 for 10,000. And the way you dress, yes, the way people approach you, you become sir instead of Barney. There's a lot
Yeah.
of differences,
Yeah.
but it's true. It makes a difference, and even when it's not business, I remember just walking into stores
exactly
and just
what I
with a
was gonna
very
say.
nice suit. People give you service quicker.
Yeah.
They give you better deals. It makes a
And,
huge
and
difference.
for those that don't agree or don't think that's true, it's subconscious for most.
It
It's
is.
not even a
Yeah,
conscious thing.
it's been
because-
studied.
Yeah, it's been studied, and they do that for politicians when people are running for elections or any position you're going for. They always talk for men, dark blue suits. If you want to look at Trump, Trump is not a good example in the sense that everybody not well, I won't
They
say
still
that.
voted for him.
But
It worked.
but he always wears a dark blue suit. A lot of top executives will wear a lot of the dark blue. So that's been studied. There's certain colors that have a different interpretation.
And even when you walk into a bank, I noticed that they take you more seriously when you're dressed properly than when you're just wearing whatever for some reason.
But what about the people that say, "Well, I don't care about that"? Should they care? How much will it impact your business? Is the question I
I
want to
think
ask.
they'll only know how much it'll impact once they make the switch. But I think you even had a broker that for a few
Yeah,
months
someone
was dressing too
well,
casually, and he decided to
No,
flip.
it's just when he started with us, he told me because he was wearing a certain style of outfit, and he saw me, and he said, "I didn't say anything, and I wouldn't because it's not my place. I will talk about what we're talking about today to anybody because I truly believe that it makes a big difference." But he says, "Yeah, this is who I am. I want to be me, and no problem. Do what you want. It's your business." But now, just recently, he started saying, "Look, I gotta get some nicer, or not nicer, but I gotta look a bit more the part because
Mm.
I think it's gonna facilitate." because he had a few experiences where clients maybe didn't take him that seriously when he
Yeah.
was competing for the business. So it's really, again, it doesn't matter how you dress because you still have the same knowledge, the same success, but it's going to have an impact. I told you, Gabriel, when we first met, if I was not wearing what I'm wearing like right now, you would have maybe joined anyways because I'm still the same person. But if you the first time you met me, I was wearing my gym clothes. I would have said the same thing and have the same experience. You would have had this a different experience as to. I think subconsciously you would have said, "Well, I don't know.
Maybe, I'm
I
not
don't know."
sure.
He's
Like,
making good points, but
Yeah.
you know,
so until you
Yeah.
hit a certain status of everybody knows you, like Steve Jobs and always wearing the turtleneck or whatever the hell he was wearing, or until you hit like a certain level of recognition, and then you can wear kind of anything you want. I think it's
I
important.
agree. I agree with you 100% because these people already have a name.
Yeah.
So they can wear whatever they want. They don't have to prove anything to anyone because everyone knows who they are. But when you're on the come up, a lot of times you have to have that image in order for people to be able to give
Yeah.
you at least that entry level.
definitely. But can you take it too far sometimes? I think that's
Overdress.
the question. Yeah, overdress or drive something that's too intimidating. Let's
Yeah.
say for a client.
Well, you're not gonna wear a tuxedo.
Why not?
But you would get
With a
noticed.
cane
Exactly.
and a hat and a feather.
The cane, the hat. Now we're going
I
down
wish we had a
another
broker
road.
that did that. That just showed up in a tuxedo. I don't know. I would still listen to everything they say. I'd be intrigued.
No, I would
Wow,
not.
If they
I would
dress
ask
like
them to
this,
Okay, so
immediately
if somebody
leave.
showed up with a red suit,
yeah.
a hat,
Sure.
No,
cane,
no.
you would still take him seriously.
Well, the cane is maybe the breaker, but red suit and hat. Yeah.
No, you
I'd
can't
be
be
curious.
clown-like. You gotta, you gotta
You're
look.
still wearing a suit though. Maybe the
No,
color.
I said dark blue though. I didn't
Like,
say purple.
flashy
Like,
red.
you gotta look the part. This has been studied. There's books about that.
Yeah.
There's many books actually. I think there's one called Dress for Success, which is an old classic. But most recently, I was reading another book, which now I can't think what it is. I'm gonna find it and maybe put it in the description. But it's they studied different colors and what it meant to different people in
Mhm.
sales position or in meeting or relationship building, and it has an impact.
Mm.
We don't think of it, but it does. So I think it's very important.
Well, you ever notice Donald Trump is wearing a blue suit with a red tie
That's
most
what I'm
of the
saying.
time? Yeah.
Exactly.
But you know why? Because the blue, one of the big
Barack
thing,
Obama.
same thing.
The blue represents trust.
The blue represents trust.
Yeah.
The red represents money.
There you go.
Mm.
And what does purple represent?
Barney, as we said.
Kids parties.
I like kids.
So the car's the same thing for me. If you're driving something that's too old, again, no judgment on you. It's more the perception, the potential perception. You want to
Mhm.
put everything on your side. It's hard enough to get business. It's hard enough to win these little battles and these contracts. Put everything on your side as much as possible.
And I think if for anybody that, let's say, can afford a let's say a luxury vehicle for a few years, maintain your car is going to make a whole difference. That's why I said at the beginning, right? The whole car wash.
Yeah.
If your client passes by your car and it's all dirty and there's McDonald bags inside, and it's like,
Are you
right,
describing
you-
your vehicle?
I was, but then somebody came and insulted me greatly.
I remember that
Yeah,
drive. we
you
had,
remember that?
man.
Oh, that's very nasty.
Where's the garbage? It's in the back.
It's in the trunk. It makes a big difference, right? So clean up your car, $10 car wash right before a visit, let's say. It makes a huge difference in how the client is going to perceive. Because somebody can, I can afford $1,000
Well,
a month on a car.
I think it shows respect of your things, which will then, for let's say a
Well, it
vendor,
shows you're
will show
organized,
you're
you're
going
clean,
to
you're-
respect their environment
Yeah.
if your environment is clean. Same with your office. If you walk into the office, I don't want to see anything on the desk. I want it to be clean. It's like going to Apple or
Yeah, it's all neat.
Burke's or nicer places, Tiffany's, and you go in and there's nothing nowhere. It's nice and clean,
True.
simple.
Mm.
So important to have that. So the car. Let's go back to the car for a second. If you can't afford, as you were saying, necessarily a luxury, but all the luxury are now have lines that are pretty much for anybody. Like Mercedes has the A, the B, as you well know, and the C line. BMW has the one,
The 3 Series,
the
2
two?
Series, 2 Series also.
which is very
level,
affordable. You lease it. I would suggest you lease. You don't buy for all kinds of reasons, but check with your accountant. But also just for the fact that you change cars every 3 years, which you stay ahead of of the curve. And I can hear people talking and saying it's not important. It's not. It is important. Again, if you want the 3 transactions a year, don't worry about any of what I'm saying. But if you're doing this with a bigger goal, you got to put everything on your side.
Definitely. So I think that's creating a bit of interaction online. But just
I'm sure
before we
it
get
is.
just before we get to our question, we'll just send you off the Crown video project. So we're now in new construction. So all the details are in the video. We'll let you watch that. We'll be back in a moment.
Spacers on that thing.
Spinners.
So,
Spinners.
spinners. That's old school. So Julian, go ahead with. I was about to say something completely different.
What are you?
Purple.
If it's yelling, don't do it. If it's you're going a bit too far. What if you're going
The rapper has the rules too, so you want to be like.
or maybe we should
Well,
end
through all
the
this
video.
now. So before we let you go, we're gonna play a quick video of Apple Podcast. Products.
You want to win $10,000 worth of Apple products? It's simple. Stay tuned for the 100th episode of The Growth Show. For every like, share, comment, and subscription, you get an extra entry to our contest.